Public Library today with Science Isn't Scary. Today we are going to talk about flying. Have you ever wondered how those big airplanes fly in the sky? Well, I really don't even understand it very well, but I have a little picture that might describe how planes fly. So here we have a plane. And these are the 4 words that you need to know to understand how something so heavy flies. Now, this picture isn't super accurate because if the bottom wing is flat and the top wing has a little bit of a curve to it, as the plane is moving, the air moves quicker underneath the plane than it does to take it up and over. So the weight is counterbalanced by something called lift. As the air takes longer to go this way, the fast-moving air here helps lift that plane up. Pretty cool, huh? Then we also have thrust and drag. So as that plane is moving through the air, that air sort of slows it down. But because airplanes have propellers and a motor, it can thrust it forward in that air. Isn't that pretty cool? So today we are going to work with things that fly. This whole table is filled with things I've made that fly. And I want to tell you, boys and girls, right away that I have made packets for you. So you can come here to the library and make most of these things that I have made today. Well, obviously the first thing that everyone knows how to make in order to fly is a paper airplane. Okay, simple folding exercise gets you a little airplane. If you hold it just right and you get those wings out just right, it will fly. Let's see if I can do it. Woo! There it goes. All right, how fun to play with a paper airplane. But there's other things that fly as well. So our next thing I want to show you actually comes out of an airplane. And this is in your packet. So if you're an airplane pilot, maybe you're in the war and you're fighting and you're getting bombed and your plane's going down, well, you have a parachute to help you escape, don't you? So this is a really easy way to make a parachute. Everything you need is in this packet. So you're going to need to make sure, boys and girls, you get permission from your parents, but you're going to want to climb up on something tall. Okay, so a chair or a ladder, the top of your couch, whatever your parents will let you. And you're going to just want to let this fly, let it go, and it's going to act like a parachute for pilots. Okay, and a parachute will just go, whee! Whoa, it's going to hit me. Let's try it again. Let's go where it's not going to get me. Okay, and then it just lands nice and soft. And then pilots can be safe instead of being in a plane that's been bombed out. All right, another little thing that is a little step above an airplane is this little device. This is called a hoopster. Everything you need is in the packet to make this. All you need is a straw, some tape, and 2 circles. You want a bigger circle at the front and a smaller circle at the back. So we're going to take our hoopster over here and we're just going to aim it down the library here and see how far it goes. I'm not always the best at this, so let's see what happens. All right, you could have some contests with your brothers and sisters or mom and dad and see whose hoopster goes the farthest. All right, well, there's also helicopters. Helicopters lift because they have their propellers at the top. All right, so I have little paper helicopters. Very easy to make, and you'll have these in your packet. Just remember when you get one of these, boys and girls, is that you cut on the solid line, you fold on the dotted lines, and you put a paper clip at the bottom for the weight. So, again, you're going to want to get permission from your parents, and you're going to want to climb up something really tall, and you're going to just want to let it go. And you're going to be able to see how it spins and spins and spins like the blades of a helicopter. And that's the big helicopter, but I also have a little baby one. So when we let it go, it does the same thing. Pretty cool, huh? All of these things are things that fly. All right. how would you be able to make a rocket at your house? Well, you can if you have a balloon and a string, some straw, and some tape. So here you'll see, get your parents' permission to take a big piece of yarn or string and stretch it really wide somewhere in your home. Now you're going to want to tape both ends down so that your yarn or string is pretty tight. Then you're going to want, well, before you do that, you're going to want to put a straw in there, okay? So you can see that straw moving. And you're going to want to take your balloon and you're going to blow it up and tape it to the straw. You got to make sure that you sort of hold it while you're taping it, which is the tricky part. Then you're going to let it go and watch it soar. All right, let's see here if I can do this. All right. Okay, that's pretty good. And I'm going to get some tape. It might be best to have tape already ready. So I'm going to tape, at least 2 of them. Here, my cameraman's going to help me here. We're going to get some tape. Hold that there. And we're going to tape our balloon on. And my tape should have been a little bit longer. It's not sticking. Oh no. I'm not sure what to do here. Oh, there we go. Let's get a big long piece of tape. Let it not stick to itself. All right, I think we'll get the idea. So we've got it attached here, and we'll take it up as far as we go. Do you think it's going to make it all the way over there to the bookcase? Let's see. I'm going to let it go. Woo! Yeah, and actually when it hits the end of the bookcase, it comes off. The tape doesn't hold the balloon on there. But did you see how fast it flew? You know, scientists were always amazed after they got the airplane going about how fast it could go. But they knew they wanted to go faster and into space. So that's why they designed rockets. And this is just a cute little way that you can play with a little homemade rocket at home. Not much of a rocket, but it's so fun. It's a balloon rocket. All right. The next one I have is the alien spacecraft. All right, to make an alien spacecraft, all you need is a paper plate. Now, getting these spikes on the alien spacecraft are what are so important. So in your packet, you are going to have a paper plate. You're going to want to fold it in half and then fold it in half the other way as well. So then you will have the 2 creases, and then after you have those lines drawn on your plate, you're going to take each of these sections and divide them in 2 again, so that you have a total of 12 triangles. Then you're going to want to cut them out. I would take your scissors and poke right here, and then cut up until you get to this area, and just cut the triangle. The funnest part of this alien spacecraft is decorating it. I put stickers on it and I used markers. This thing is really cool. You're going to want to make sure your down spikes are down and your up spikes are up. You're going to sort of throw it like a frisbee. Not this way, okay, which some people throw a frisbee this way, but this way, okay? So let's see if I can't demonstrate for you how this alien spacecraft works. I'm going to take it like this, and that was really lame. Let me give it a little bit more of a whack. There we go. Did you see that? Let's try it one more time, but it really gives a spinning motion. Woo! All right. I hope you'll try that at home because that's really cool. Now, I've just got 2 more things to show you today. One is like a hoverboard. This is made out of a CD. And I have hot glued a bottle top, one that opens and closes, one that goes up and down, okay? And then we've attached a balloon to it, and it's going to glide across the table. There, now you can see it is just a CD. So we're going to want to blow up a balloon. Okay. Woo! I let go of it. Now this is the tricky part because you're going to want to hold the neck of the balloon pretty tight while you slip that over the top. Okay, and then you're going to want to make sure that the plunger there is up so that the air goes through the bottle, the drinking bottle part, and it's going to glide across the table. It's not real dramatic, but still it's sort of fun. All right, so that sort of went around in circles. But again, that's sort of a technology that's not really developed yet. You know, my husband says that he loves watching sci-fi movies, and they've always promised him floating cars, and we don't have it yet. And so this is sort of like one of those where it floats, it doesn't have wheels. Now the last thing I want to show you was a pretty complicated build. So it's not in your packet, but it's a hot air balloon. Now to make this hot air balloon, you need at least 4 pieces of tissue paper all glued together. And you want to definitely make sure the top is glued really well. And at the neck of the balloon, you have a circle that is the same size as a hair dryer. So whatever hair dryer you have, you'll need to make that circle the same size. Now the way hot air balloons work is the hot air is lighter than cold air, so it rises. So we're going to want to turn this on low, and we're going to let the hot air heat up, and we are going to inflate our balloon. Okay. Going to inflate our hot air balloon, and then we're going to pull the hair dryer off, and it will float for just a few seconds. There it goes. All right. It's not perfect, but it is a pretty cool example of something that flies. All right, so that is something else you might want to try at home. If you're interested in flight, make sure you come and get a packet, because you get to make the hoopster and the parachute and the helicopters. And I'm not sure what else is in there. The alien spacecraft. All right, boys and girls, I hope you've enjoyed this. Science isn't scary, it's fun, especially when you get to do demonstrations like I did today. Come pick one of these up and make things that fly. I'm Miss Lisa, and we're here at the Fayette County Public Library. See me again next Tuesday for another science idea.